Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So I came across these pictures of Harry that have surfaced online, and you'll notice that quite a few images have actually surfaced of the Sussexes, but I'm going to stick to this particular appearance. So Harry appeared on the England rugby team's Instagram page in a promotional clip, and he made a very peculiar statement regarding missing rugby and missing his involvement with the sport. Now, obviously we know that Harry basically left in a huff puff with Meghan and declared that the British media was racist and that they was victimising him, and he had to protect his son Archie, and he also had to protect his wife Meghan from the racist, bigoted slurs of the UK press. Now, me and you know that I don't believe that for a minute, and we know that there are so many flaws and inaccuracies with both Meghan and Harry's accusations, and it just doesn't really add up. But what is really quite telling about this appearance of Harry on this promotional video was the way in which not only is he caught a tan, but he's still looking quite underweight, quite withdrawn, and he looked a bit spaced out, like he was somewhere else mentally. His eyes weren't fully opening up, and a lot of people left comments on the Daily Mail article, of course, commenting on his appearance. I don't know what it is with the way in which he looks. Now, I know obviously he's been in lockdown. It does seem like he possibly had a home trim by Meghan, possibly, or one of their maids, I don't know, but his hair did look a bit shorter than when he appeared last time, but he still has this very gaunt kind of look. Look at the images yourself, guys, and tell me what you think in the comments below. He sounded hypocritical in this little short video. Now, he didn't really have a major role, and he doesn't really have a major role in anything to do with Britain right now. And that's probably frustrating the Sugars a lot, because I know that they are yearning and desperate to see more appearances of the Harkles, but that just won't be happening because they're not here. I don't know what the purpose of him showing up was particularly, to be honest, considering they left. They're in LA, they are meant to be living their best lives without us interfering in the background. The people that just happen to contribute to their fantastic, fabulous, private jet-setting life, right? I think there is definitely a kind of sense of desperation on the part of Meghan and Harry to remain relevant in our eyes, to get coverage by the British media. I think that they are being chewed up and spat out by LA, especially in America in this climate. There is so much more pressing, important, interesting things going on, and I think that they are swiftly fading into obscurity faster than we ever imagined, or faster than they at least ever imagined was possible. They were big stars in Tinseltown, and that is the reality of LA. Now, they have really not been able to catch their wind of relevancy and popularity because so much is going on. I'm just going to get into the article and cover exactly what was said and what this speech was about. Harry boasts a lockdown tan as he admits he's missing rugby in a video message from Tyler Perry's LA mansion to thank sports fans for their efforts to combat COVID. Prince Harry appeared in high spirits and boasted a healthy tan while appearing in an England rugby video. The Duke of Sussex admitted he has been missing rugby since its suspension due to COVID. And I find that very interesting that he would say that, considering Harry a couple of months ago was completely done with everything British and everything to do with Britain. He's now saying that he misses the sport And I have been to one or two rugby matches myself, especially in Twickenham. If you're from the UK, you know it. And they have a gorgeous stadium there. It is a delightful sport. So it carries on to say, he featured in the video alongside several sporting stars. The clip was posted to England Rugby's Instagram page earlier this week. The footage starts with Prince Harry captured outside in what appears to be a garden, with the royal confessing, "We all miss rugby." He did say that, and he looked quite disingenuous when he said it. He looked quite bitter. I think that it's probably hitting him now harder than ever as lockdown lifts, and with the controversy of everything that's gone on over the last couple of months, where his role is in the world and especially in the UK, and he doesn't really have one. He forfeited those rights to really be a national treasure, and Harry, especially in a climate like this, could have been a great asset to the royal family, because through marrying Meghan he did add some diversity to the group, and she could have had a major role to play. She could have done so much work and probably built a career off of that in a likeable, amenable way. But because they was all about themselves and they wanted to move out quickly and get away from the royal duties quickly, because who wants to do that? How boring and stuffing. They messed it up. So the article carries on to say, then a fellow contributor says, this pandemic might have paused the game before the Duke includes, but it hasn't taken away our spirit. Harry, as he said those lines, and you can see in the pictures featured in my video, looked pretty much like his spirit has possibly been broken. He does not look happy at all in this video, and he hasn't been looking happy for quite some time. Carries on to say, Prince Harry's appearance comes as it emerged. He wrote to RE at Disaster Response to praise their work delivering meals prepared by Hub Community Kitchen to vulnerable people during the pandemic. In the letter, which was shared online today, the royal wrote, as you may know, the Hub Community Kitchen is an initiative incredibly close to my wife's heart that continues to be supported by the legacy of their community together. He added, to see the coming together of organisations my wife and I champion strongly was truly humbling. Days ago, the Duke backed the moves to ban Swing Low, Sweet Chariot from rugby games due to its association with slavery. Prince Harry, who is patron to the Rugby Football Union, has sung the rugby anthem many times since childhood. I do have some reservations about this. I mean, it's where does it really end with this stripping away of what is being so evident and poignant in all of our faces? Harry really has to think about where he's taking this and this direction that he's going in. You're going to have to start looking at more than just anthems, I think. If you're going to start looking at anthems, there's 101 other things that you then have to review. And maybe that will possibly happen. Who knows? Anyway, let's get to the best bits, which is the comments. So people really went in on Harry's appearance on the article, and I found it quite hilarious. One person wrote, good to see the pandemic hasn't taken away his spirit in his borrowed LA mansion with all the staff and the free stuff. When they've worn out their welcome, maybe they could stay with Richard Branson on the island. Endless gravy train ahead for Harry and the Markle. I'd be upbeat too. And wouldn't we all? If we had access to such powerful, affluent people and we could just jump on private planes and have a change of scenery every week and go from mansion A to mansion B, it would be fantastic. Someone else said, He really looks rough. He's not looking his best. He's not looking his best. Someone else said, while his brother is working his arse off attending his official duties against the virus, in the UK, Harry is taking a tan and speaking nonsense in Hollywood. He should be ashamed of himself. When we know that Harry and the word self-awareness and shame just don't really go in the same sentence, do they, guys? We can all see where this is going. I don't think that they are going to be having a really fabulous time independent. It's just not for them. I just really think they need to come back, guys, even though we don't want them back, but it's looking like that's going to be their only option. Anyway, bye guys, I'll be back for another video.